gotta be my sound guy. That's
the first thing.
The good thing we didn't really dive into that. Let me turn this music off. I do know I have music on. Let me turn this music off, man.
Y'all know what it is. It's Wednesday. Y'all already know.
It's Wednesday, another edition. Just me and Reese today. It takes two to what, Red?
To make a thing go
right. Base, what year was that, man?
Oh, that's 1988, 89.
Yeah, that was the time.
Might be earlier than
that. Nah, it was right around there because I was still in high school.
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of Vegas Live Podcast, man. Every Wednesday, 6 p.m., man, we talk about the latest and the greatest topics, man. We talk about relationships, life, friendship, the BS that's going on out here in this world. We talk about everything. Nothing is off limits on the Vegas Live podcast. We ain't gonna always agree. This is not an echo chamber right here.
Nope.
Nah. What are we doing? What are we doing? So today on the list we got Angel Reese getting the BET award. Best player of the year, just like a third year in a row or some shit like that.
That was best player like that. That was the award. I thought
what it was called.
I thought it was like a humanitarian award. No. Yeah, it can't be no goddamn.
It was. That's what it was.
Man,
it was the best player. It was the best player of the year overall.
We
got that. We got violence on the strip. Violence on the strip. Really? What are we doing, people?
On the boulevard.
And we got these LA protests, these LA riots. What do you want to call them? These immigration issues. What were Mexicans thinking when they overwhelmingly, I think it was like 50-50 voted for Trump. What did they expect?
Yeah.
This tab is using your camera. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Make sure, the people that's in the chat, thank you for liking. Thank you for liking. Y'all, when y'all come in there, please hit that like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button if you're on YouTube, hit the follow button if you on Facebook. You know how it goes.
And leave a comment. Say hello to us.
Yeah, leave a comment. Talk to us.
We'll speak back.
Yeah, we talk back. We like to engage. Mr. Reg, man, how your week been? What's been going on? You on vacation?
Well,
what's going on?
I'm on a break. Call it a break. I'm on a break.
It's a break? It's not a vacation?
No, ain't no vacation.
Why is it not?
I'm only 9 months. Part-time job.
What?
It's part-time job.
So it's not really a vacation?
No, I got to go back. I mean, of course, you go back on vacation. It's not my 9 months old.
So what are you doing with your spare time, your free time? Are you going on vacation? What are you doing? Are you learning some new hobbies? Like you golfing?
It's Vegas time, bro. I'm going to the gym in the morning and staying out the heat. But I'm reading books, dog. I'm on them books tough. That was already planned.
So how come you ain't sharing the books with me, man? See,
because I'm still reading the ones you taught me.
See what I'm talking about?
No, we talked about last week.
Let me take my shoes off.
What's that book? Becoming Yourself. I'm reading that again.
Which one?
The Becoming Yourself Again. You remember that one book you put me on?
Oh, I got it.
Yes, the one Theo talked about last week. Yeah, I'm
reading. The Habits, Power Habits.
Yeah. I'm that white book. I'm still reading that again because I how you forget stuff.
Oh yeah,
you
got to keep going back to.
Yeah, I'm on the iceberg slams, of course, because that keep me in my mind. On the.
Okay.
So I'm reading a lot of books right now and just chilling. Besides, I still watch my TV, my news.
Mm-hmm.
So and I got doing a little bit. Got to take care of moms a couple of days.
Right.
My time is not wasted this summer. I'm doing positive things. I ain't just sitting around.
I gotta get back to the book reading, man. I done fell off.
Hey, well, this is what I say, bro. You got an hour out your day. You got 30 minutes.
Take 30 minutes to pick up that book, the hard copy. You a hard copy?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I'm still a hard copy.
You're not an Audible.
No. Because that's not too easy. Because I feel you're easily distracted if you just listen to you walk around doing other things instead of because you're gonna lose something when you. Doing Audible, I think because on that book you go back, you might be to be able to rewind on Audible, right? But in that book, they'd be like, oh, he said something back then. I can go back and go over it again.
Right. I mean, the Audible for me, it worked for me because I'm cleaning pools all day. Right. So I can really knock out a book in one day. If it's like an 8-hour, 9-hour book, you know what I'm saying? So I can knock out a book in a day listening to it.
But you multitask, but then you ain't messing nothing up on the pools, did you? Why you?
Nah, come on, man.
I'm just making sure because you might be distracted.
You can't get distracted listening. Your thoughts can distract you. You know what I'm saying? Right. You can be thinking about other things that throws you off from listening to the book. But cleaning the pool, it's just like driving a car. You just like turning right. Let me give a shout out to my cousin. Corey, man, we go way back. This is the cat I grew up with in Pasadena, California, man. I got Many memories with him in his older brothers. Many memories. Thank you, Corey, for tapping in. Appreciate you, man. Hope to see you at the family reunion. I think it's next year. I think they push it to next year with all the fires that we had in that area. So hopefully I get to see him, man, because we got some memories. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
We were like little boys and shit playing in them streets of Pasadena, man.
Right.
So most definitely, yeah. So Rich, I definitely got to get back to the books, and this is just a random topic for anybody that comes across this. And Reg, you know, I always stress this, right? Books, man, look, anything that you're going through life, anything that you want to learn, they right there for you.
Yeah.
Somebody's already been through it before.
Yep.
I can say that the power of habit. All right, Theo, I got you. The power. That's right. And I forgot Corey was born out here. What, like, let me, Corey, what school, what high school, or not high? You didn't go to high school out here. I know you didn't go to high school out here. Did you even go to school out here, Corey? Let me know. But yeah, books, man. Anything you want to, anything you're trying to overcome, anything you're trying to learn. If you're trying to broaden your horizons, if you're trying to expand your mind, if you're trying to grow, pick up a book. And I know a lot of people say, "Well, I'm not a reader." That's why I say get the Audible. You can listen to it.
And like you said on what you just said, but you can see how other people went through and how they lived. You can't be sheltered in your own world. You got to see other stuff and hear other stuff.
Right. All right, Theo, let me get you that link, bro. Should I drop it in the chat or should I send it to you through the text? And let me know if any of y'all want to come up, man. This is an open panel. You can come up, express your opinion. Man, Corey, you can join the conversation.
Man, Corey said I'm from Vegas. He born.
That's what he said. That's what he said. He said that.
But you said,
but we was little boys. But I didn't know where he. I didn't know where he came from. I just remember my mom and them hooked up with his mom. And
at what house? I hear out there.
Nah, in Pasadena.
So yeah, he might have been on a summer vacation trip. And
he could have been. You're right. He could have been. I think I probably about 5, 6 years old, 7. I was young. Yeah. I don't know how old I was. Let me get this link for Theo.
So it's like I told you, like the first time I seen him curve my cousin. Man, I thought that was my uncle. He's so big. That's my cousin. I'm older than him. I'm serious, man.
You thought Kurt was your uncle.
Shit, it's my uncle.
Hold on, let me email this link to myself, man, real quick. Then I'm gonna shoot you this link. Man. Yeah, those books, man. That's big, man. That's big. And before I'm gonna get Theo up here before he said I'm a real one. Yes, most definitely, man. Most definitely, cuzzo.
And then when you get in the books, G, you know, time be going by so fast, and you be looking like, oh, then I gotta go do this. Let me get back to this book. If you get a good one, that's how I go. So, but Artie, can you say them the book that you've read, have they helped you, and if so, how? The ones you put me on, they motivational, but the other one I'm reading real beyond, they PIMP books. So I'm just like, I just see how what they went through. But you know what? Where's my phone at? I say this teach me how it was. They older back in the days, like in the 60s and stuff, and early. They say how their mama was raised. Mm-hmm. So, but it's like, man, it was rough for them back in the end. So they have to do what they have to do. So I'm not knocking them. It's good to read those. Let me see. Damn. Okay, there go my thing. What was I about to say? I forgot what I was about to say. Shit. Let me copy this link. Hold on. Let me send it. Theo, this link gonna be coming from a different number, bro. Because I think I left my other phone in the kitchen. And I know what you said, G, but we topics we have, but we still got to go a little bit on that Tyler Perry movie, Straw Man. Listen, we can start off with that. Yeah, because I know my boy Theo. Why you pulling? Hold on, he said he was into Gerson, then he spelled Gerson wrong. Them Gerson be mad at you spelling Gerson like that. That's Gerson. Them Gersons would be mad. I didn't know you was a guy. I didn't know you grew up in the. Well, I didn't know you was in the Gerson. You was in the Gerson. I didn't know that, but yeah. The movie Straw. Look, before we get into that, I want to get Theo up here first. For sure. Because he shot the movie down. Yeah. He was that's what I said. He was like the same Tyler Perry BS, no daddy in the house, and yada yada yada. Yeah. It did, but that movie, I wanted to watch it twice so I can take notes so I can really dive into it and talk about it. Yeah. Sometimes, it's like a book. You got to go through it twice, maybe 3 times to get to points. But I did notice that movie Straw. It kind of reinforced a lot of those black women stereotypes. But you know what? To cut you off, but you know what he did? Go ahead. He said straw, but he didn't put the first part. Yeah, last straw. Right. Yeah. It was kind of a little play on words, And the thing, but I don't want to go too much to Theo get here, but she was at her wit's end, bro, and people still going through that right now. That's why. That's the point I get about it. Theo talking about this, he doing the same old thing, but he just telling was real going. It's still going on right now with women and men. They struggle. They're still struggling like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can look up here because you're on the mountain, but people still down in the valley.
Right. Sometimes we working our jobs. We got a roof over our head. We not worried about where that next paycheck is coming from. Our bills are paid up.
Yeah.
We not seeing how people are really out there struggling.
Yep.
And going through things in life. And I know that. And so we was like, when you post stuff on social media,
yeah,
and they be like, oh, you trying to show off. No, I don't. That's not me. I don't post to show off.
No.
I like posting
just what I'm doing.
Have fun.
Yep.
And I like to see posts like when I see Marcus Allen post, when I see maybe Courtney post some stuff, are people that have a certain level of success. Or not even it ain't even got to be no material things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I see Chris Will and him and his wife going on vacation. That's motivation for me.
Mm-hmm.
I texted to you, Theo. I sent it to you, bro. You might have got that number blocked. I just sent it to you.
No, you and Shay still got his phone. Matter of fact, shout out to Shay Gates. What's up, Shay?
Matter of fact, I'm about to send it to Shay too, just in case she want to hit the link. My sister had a lot going on today, so she couldn't make it. I told her, don't even worry about it. Look, me and Reg will hold it down.
Oh, yeah.
We get Theo on the panel. We got to get Theo back in the studio. But yeah, we're going to jump into this movie Straw. We're going to wait till Theo to get up here. And because I don't want to jump into it, then we got to go way back.
Yeah.
Because I know Theo, he posted Michael Sean Kelly. They him and Michael Sean Kelly be on the same frequency level.
I be checking the comments.
You be checking. They be on the same frequency.
Yeah.
And this is what I wanted to, if you catch this video, if you catch this live, bro, and this is all respect, no disrespect. Because I understand where Michael's at, right? He's coming to a wealth of knowledge, of growth within him, right? So when he expresses it on social media, he kind of wants everybody to get it. Like, look, why you still celebrating this? This was a lie. This was that. So he's passionate about why y'all still partaking in this BS, in these lies that they told us. So he wants us all to get it. But the thing, he may understand or he may not understand. People, if they ever get there, it's going to be at their own time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So instead of Mike and Theo, I think he should be give me the tools. Hey, go read this.
Yeah.
Go read this. That's how you get the information.
Yeah, I agree with what you said, but like I say, I seen my mom was a single mom with 6 kids. I seen her not eating, we ate. Mm-hmm. And like I said, that's back then. That's still going on with people right now. And I understand you want to put all positive stuff on TV now, but that's everything is not 90210. You see what I'm saying? We still got people in the projects, in the hood, all across the world that's struggling like she did every day. You know what I'm saying? Like barely can get the medicine and everything they need for their kids and going to working 2 jobs that ain't paying enough to pay your mortgage, your rent, your car breakdown, all that. You know what I mean?
Right. Hold on. Theo says it's not letting him in. What is it? Theo, what is it saying, bro? Text me back. What is it saying? I'm going to hit the link. If it let me in, it's on you. I'm about to try it on my phone. So if it let me in, let me see real quick. Continue, accept cookies. Oh, they got me trying to sign in. I ain't about to do all that. Because I'm on my other phone. It should let you in, bro. That's the link. I can post it in the chat. Try the one on the chat. I'm gonna post it right here in the chat. Hit the link. Oh, that ain't the link. God damn. What is this? Shit. What is all that? My bad, Reg. I'm kind of sidetracked right now, bro.
Oh, we all good, man.
Let me copy this link. Let me try to drop it in the chat. If you want to join us, hit that link right there. All you do is click on that link. We'll let you up. Join the conversation, man. Grown folks conversation. We're gonna be talking about the movie Straw. We're gonna start off with that. Did you watch the movie? What did you think about it? Did you cry? I was crying like Reg. I cried too easy, man.
Hold on, stop right there, bro. So JJ and Shaw come out. We played dominoes Saturday. So Jay was like, girls talking about, I was crying through all. I get it. I say it was emotional for females because they're more emotional than us. I say I never got to the point of crying, but it wasn't emotional for me because, like, I say I'm older now. You know what I'm saying? I know the struggle and I see people struggle with. That's not my part. That's not my emotion that hit me. But I understand people's crying. But you wasn't crying, but you felt emotions.
Nah, bro, I was crying. I cry easily.
At what? Oh, okay, you said that before. At what point?
Yeah.
At what point when she lost a girl or what?
Man, it seemed like I was crying the whole movie. Shit.
Troy, cuz you gotta watch it.
So since I know she didn't watch it, we not gonna get no spoilers.
Yeah, no specifics.
And Theo, I saw you pop up, then you drop back down. I'm not sure what happened to you. We not gonna get no spoilers. But no, I'm like, Reg, I get emotional at the drop of a dime.
So let me ask you this, a little bit off time. Did you see Losing Isaiah, the movie with Halle Berry?
No, I don't think I ever saw that.
Yeah, you watch that when you get a chance too.
Okay, yeah. No, I already kind of knew when I heard people saying I was. I said, okay, yep.
Yeah.
Because I cry. Look, I'm embarrassed to tell you some of the movies I cry on. I was like, damn. But you know what? I ain't gonna lie, Reg. I used to try to fight it when I was younger.
Yeah.
And because you know how we raised as boys and now we men, we was always told not to cry. Right. Stand up strong. And I'm like, I can't control it. It's like it's not in my control. How do you control? You can't control it.
Some use a joke I use on JJ Saturday. I say, so you cry when Ricky got shot in Boys in the Hood, huh?
Who?
Ricky got shot in Boys in the Hood.
You know what? But I can see me like shedding a tear for that, man. Like I say, some shit I'll be embarrassed about. I'll be trying to hide from my wife. Man. Like, oh, let me.
You know what? I get emotional. Like I told you, like before it get me when people they be reunited with their daddy or their siblings sister long time later on. I get emotional. Yeah, okay. Man. We only human beings, bro.
Theo, what's cracking, man?
Man, I want to say this before we get started. The views of T Screaming, Malcolm X Little is not the views of Vegas Live podcast tonight.
Way to come in. What's up, my brother?
We got that disclaimer. So
I put it
we wanted to wait for you before we jumped into this topic of the movie Straw, because I saw your post. I should have predicted that already from you and Michael. You and Michael, because like I say, you guys like on the same frequency when it comes to stuff like that. Like I said, I wish I would have watched the movie twice so I can have more notes. Go ahead.
But before we go into Straw, because I want to go back to the books that leads me up to Straw.
What I'm
talking about?
Go ahead, Theo.
In the podcast and all that.
Yes.
So
go ahead, sir.
Understand in the 90s how I think right now. I've been thinking this way since the 90s, y'all. So I just ain't came to this to 2025. So the holidays, all that, the family, broken home, I've been this way since the 90s. I haven't just came into this. So like what you said, I have so many books that I have read that changed my life. This was before the Audible. So like I told you, G, when you talked about the power of knowledge, or that book right there, man, I love it when I'm on the back of the truck. I put it in my ear and I stay on the back all day just to listen.
Okay, right. That's good, Theo. So let's go back to let them know, Theo, your comment on your social media page was like, you tired of Tyler Perry putting it up that
okay, let me ask y'all a question. Who all watched John Q? That one a late version of John Q? Yes or no?
It's in that realm, yeah.
Then again, like I said, I go back to the rhythm. Man, look, like anybody asked me, I just seen I left the stove, seen an 85-year-old veteran. He talking about Trump. And I looked at him. I said, man, black folks don't breed no more. Black folks don't have family. Black folks don't go to church. Black folks don't do nothing. But we study pointing the finger at one man, but we got to look at our damn self. And he said, youngster, you correct. I said, man, stop looking at the damn president. I say he fought in Vietnam and all that. I say, man, they called you nigger and everything else over there. They say they called us worse than lynchers. I said, I know, but guess what? You didn't blame the president then. You blame the Vietnamese. So we got to stop blaming each other. Now go back to Straw. Man, what was the man at? What was the damn daddy at? Oh, the one woman in the bank. The people in the bank say, oh, Sherry Shepherd helped out. That heifer said she had a bomb. And the other lady called and said she robbing the bank. Let's be real with it.
But if you see something blink, if you see a lady with a gun, you see something in a clear backpack that's blinking, what you supposed to think it is? Her daughter homework? No.
It actually was her homework.
Yeah, but you supposed to think it's a bomb. You think it's blinking. It keep going off. You got a gun in your hand.
So that was a good assumption, is what you're saying.
A perfect assumption. Yeah.
But again, though, but then she tried to help her, but it's too late. But again, we talk. Okay, let me ask y'all. Everybody on this podcast over 50. and I've been saying this for years, man. I say this till I leave my casket, man. Until a few years ago, when the hell are we talking about mental illness? Get your butt outside, get out and play, and do this, and get a butt whooping. We weren't talking about mental illness until they started giving pills out and people started getting a paycheck. That's when you talked about mental illness. Like I say, tonight is my views, not Vegas Live. So guess what? They talking about mental illness. Your baby dad, man, come on, man. Hey, where your mammy at? Where your daddy at? Where the baby daddy at? You made bad choices. Did you lay up in the club and hit after the hop one night and had a baby? Yeah, I'm on one tonight, y'all. Yeah, let's talk about you.
All right. Hold on. Right, real quick. Let's welcome. I want to welcome Tank to the building. Thank you, Tank, for joining us. And then I'm gonna let Reg ask that question, and then Tank, I want to get your take. Go ahead.
All that wasn't in all your the questions was all your questions was in the movie, Theo. I get that, but I'm going back to what you were saying. Why they playing this? Why he still posting the old stuff up? Because Theo, I said people still going through that, right? And so, mind you, Theo, my first question to you is: they still going through that, right? Some people like. And my second question is: you know, this man is he got a studio. He's still supposed to make his money. And he's supposed to make his money by putting that out there because the people still going through it.
I think that was a question.
I hear you. I don't agree. It's a question. I hear you, but I don't agree with it. Because guess what? The four men on this panel over 50 lives. So we don't think like that. Another single woman, bad choices, bad decisions in life. I'm blunt with it. Let's keep it 100.
So you saying it was her decision? Life didn't hit her. You saying it was all decisions?
What?
When she stayed down and had that baby, that was her decision.
We don't know what happened to the dude. He could.
I think I know where Reg is going, and we're not trying to give away any spoilers.
Right.
But we might. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah. If you haven't seen it in the movie, we just rambling, so you might get a spoiler in here. But go ahead, Reg.
Theo, they never said what happened to the baby daddy. So we can't. We just
he could have died
in a car accident or plane crash.
He could have been at the war or something.
What'd you say, Theo?
Let's go back to Tyler Perry. He never uplift the black man. So that's when I put on my post another Tyler Perry movie that down the black man. What they say, people gonna hate Glenn Plummer. Down Glenn Plummer, hate the black man. We all love Glenn Plummer from what's that? What's that? Let's go Cooley High. No, Cooley High.
Yeah. Oh no, you talking
older man.
Yeah. But you know he
loved Cooley High.
You know Tyler Perry had to get that man security because they were so serious about that movie. Tyler Perry had to hire that man security in real life. G.
Right.
Again, downplaying the black man. I'm tired of Tyler Perry. Now, you got your studio. You might have been touched on, whatever your situation. Man, God bless you. I pray for you, man. But guess what? Stop downing us brothers. You got 4 brothers in the studios with a dub marriage. This you won't see this nowhere around the world. Come on,
Theo.
Let's talk real. You see this around the world?
I'm gonna bring you in, Tank. Theo, who raised Tyler Perry? Theo,
his grandmammy.
So his grandmammy. Who was missing in his life?
His views.
Who was missing in his life?
His grandmammy.
But who was missing in his
daddy.
Life? That's why he do what he do.
His daddy.
He's still hurting.
Right.
Even though I heard him say I forgave him and I took care of him, you still hurt, player. Go ahead, Tank. What's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Big Tank.
Tank, you low, Tank.
I might have changed it. Give me 1 second.
1 second. You know, you brought up a good point, Theo. It's like, we got 4 black men that's been married 20 plus years on this panel. That's pretty damn. I'm not gonna say rare. Hey, it's not rare.
Get your clap on that, G.
I'm looking for it. I'm looking for my applause button, but I can't find it.
Well, the governor should have been letting me out, Theo. The governor should have been letting me out.
Damn, watch won't come up.
But you know what? I heard. We got to stop saying stuff that we should be doing anyway. Like I heard, with the strip shooting, the brother said, he's a father. He raises his kids. Stop, like Chris Rock said. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Yeah. So stop giving us credit for things that we're supposed to be doing. Yeah, you know what I mean. Stop doing that. He take care of his kids. Like what?
And like Theo said, he a father. She's supposed to do that and all that. Yeah, we supposed to.
Right. Tank, let's check this out now, bro.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. You're good. You're good to go now, bro.
Yeah, I had a speaker on. I thought that would work, but I guess it didn't help me now. But But yeah, no, I watched the movie, man. It was, I didn't look that deep into it. You probably got to watch it twice. But I did notice some of the stuff that you're saying, like I said, the man wasn't involved. But the movie was so fast of a movie. Everything took place in a matter of about 10, 15 minutes of the movie. It was already to the bank, you know what I'm saying, the way I look at it. It just moved real fast. So, I think it could have went another way, because it showed no ending. It showed that she came out of it, went to the penitentiary, whatever the case may be. But I like the movie.
She definitely the way I came to.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, it was that's what my wife and Alexis, my sister, was saying. They was like they needed more. They're like, oh, we wanted more from the ending of it. I'm like, what else did y'all need? They wanted to see some closure or like what happened after that. I'm like, I was good. Right. I was good.
If you watch the movie, you
can leave you leave the mind to wonder when you leave a movie like that.
No.
All right, let's have them create their own scenario.
No, if you watch the movie, everything she did and you know what her ending was. Without telling the movie, G, you know what happened. And
right. No, but they wanted more though. I'm like,
they just wanted to see it instead of already knowing.
I guess.
Well, yeah, because you got to look. They didn't give, like I said, when she killed the two guys, she killed the one guy because he did what he did, and then she shot the other homeboy. You know what I'm saying? So, was you gonna give her a charge for that? Because they were saying,
Tank. We got my cousin Toya. She ain't seen the movie yet, so you ain't came in, so we don't want to spoil it for them. They ain't watching it.
They better hurry up then.
That's what I told her. She said she gonna watch it tonight. Yeah.
We're trying not to give any.
Got Netflix. Everybody got Netflix.
Right.
Go ahead, Theo. I saw you pointing. You about to say something.
Before Tank came in, I guess when my disappointment came in that. Everybody said, y'all, Reggie, G, you said you cried on it, but ain't nobody talking about John Q. Now, John Q broke me down by having a child.
Hold on, you said
these type of discussions when John Q came out, though, Theo.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But that was a man doing what a man's supposed to do, but we all gravitated towards the woman, if you follow what I'm saying, Tank.
Yeah.
And John Q, like us,
not me. No, Theo, not me. When he locked them goddamn doors, y'all gonna give my son this? That's what I feel. Y'all gonna give my son his heart on John Q? That's what I gravitated to, not the woman. Because they hold on, Theo. They gravitate to her because she told her you better do something. So they thinking she's strong. No, that man was gonna do something anyway. He ain't gonna say nothing, nothing happen to his son. But go ahead, Theo.
When you say that, they gravitate to her because it was a lot of single women gravitated to single women action. We're married men. We're a rarity. So I'm gonna keep talking about the household, the marriages, the family. I ain't gonna talk about baby mama, baby daddy. That's BS. You made bad choices. Forget it. Hey, guess what? You had it one night, you got pregnant, accept it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I want to read Toya's her comment. She said the unfortunate part about our current culture is that a lot of bitter women are raising children. It is showing up in every aspect of what we read, watch, and talk about. And I 100% agree with that. But why are women so bitter? Is it because the relationship didn't work? Why is Theo, that you think is because the relationship didn't work? Now he moved on. Now he with another woman. What part does society play in making women bitter?
Ooh.
That I mess with a married, got pregnant. It's all sorts of things. That A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all of the above.
Well, then they get bitter too because they probably didn't get that man time to grow when they worked together, and that man grew once he separated from her and got with someone else, and now he's doing all these things that he didn't do with her or whatever the case may be. So it could be a whole bunch, but you doing that for her, but you didn't do it for me. Well, shit, I wasn't the motherfucker I am when I was with you. You change over time. You grow to get better. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask that question?
Oh yeah, I want us all to answer Toya's question right there. You can read it first, Reg.
My cousin Toya said, "I wonder, do y'all think that it's a black man's responsibility to help heal a black woman's trauma?" Toya, to answer your question, Cuzzo. it's hard for me to heal your trauma, and I still got trauma, and I'm not a psychiatrist or went to school to learn how to do that. So I'm still trying to live my life, trying to heal myself, what I went through, and trying to be good to the woman I'm with, and not knowing all her trauma, because it's people tell you stuff, most of their stuff, they don't tell you everything. So when they hide a piece of what they got in them, you can't really truly trying to heal them if you're trying to, because you don't even know the whole 100.
I think Black women have bought into that narrative
that they're
traumatized, that like they're the most disrespected, I think they just bought into that narrative. Instead of just saying, no, that's not true about me. That's not me. That's like Black men buying into some bull crap narratives that they say about us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you buy into it, then you're going to start acting it out because you keep telling yourself, this is who I am. So now you got to show some proof of, okay, I'm saying that this is who I am.
Give me one Black narrative they say about a Black woman. Give me one.
Angry.
Well,
bitter,
angry, loud,
bitter, like loud.
I was trying to help him, G, but you hit me too hard, G.
Like we talked about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
not that, you know,
but not all. We're
like,
not saying you're not saying all, but
like, but they buy into it, just like they bought, just like I'm gonna let you go, Theo. Just like they bought into the narrative that they're the most educated.
Yeah,
without saying no, you're the most in debt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. But go ahead, Theo.
Two-piece.
What I want to add to what you said, G. I want to put a whole Black man and Black woman, and you don't said it 1,000 times on the podcast. We're the only ones talking about we've been held down by the white man. Man, ain't none of everybody been held down in our generation. Not a damn person. You got every opportunity you want to. You just choose not to take it.
You got 24 hours a day, like everybody else.
I disagree with that. We talk about that. To a certain point, I got every opportunity. To a certain point, I can't hit the ceiling because they don't let me hit the ceiling. When we talk about,
but Red, you grown. Nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop you. Who can stop you?
The white man can stop me.
How can the white man stop you, Red?
If I'm trying to, I mean, we talked about it before. I'm trying to get in that lawyer office, trying to get my own, I'm trying to be a partner. John Stevenson's gonna get that before Reggie Johnson gonna get that a partner that, because he got hooked up like we talked about before. Huh?
I understand, but that ain't the only. It's a zillion lawyer offices out there. So leave that one and go to another one. We got every opportunity. We can't make excuses.
You said it's not an excuse, but you're right what you're saying about it. But I want to go to the prestigious law firm and be a partner in that one because you see the movies. I want to be in that one. But if I go to that
again,
one,
let me take you back to something. You know what killed the Black race? And stay right here with me, Reg. You know what killed the Black race? Segregation. When we stayed on our side of the fence, we had hospitals, we had police force, we had everything. But Michael Luther King came over and integrated us. That's when we lost. Man, if we stayed on our side of the fence, they wanted to come over here with us.
Where did we have it at? I heard about Tulsa. Hold on. I heard about Tulsa, but where else did we have it at? It wasn't in Mississippi.
Look up Red Summer, Red. New York, back in Seattle, it's called the Red Summers. What it's called. There's so many events that happen in Red Summer.
Theo, okay. You ain't got to go there. It was right here in Las Vegas. You got to look. D Street in Jackson was popping.
Right.
And like I say, the segregation things, you know, the Moulin Rouge, when they was doing this thing, all the white folks wanted to come from down there and party over here on this side of town. You know what I'm saying? So it was happening. They had a credit union right there on the west side that a lot of Black people chose not to participate in. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that was going on that we want to be part of this. Now all the credit unions that we're part of is IBEW, America First Credit Union, Mormon Credit Union, Pipe Fitters Credit Union. You know what I'm saying? We have no Black credit union here, Navy Federal. When you go on and on, we are willing to join everything. That's like I say, if something, you know, this don't change it up a little bit, but this is like if something chose that, but all four of us stay in 4 different areas of town.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We stay around more other colors than us. We probably, you know, 1 or 2 of us on our street, if possible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you come and a lot of stuff that's going on right now in town, you know, we talked about it. I can't remember what show it was, but I was mentioning just the Long Mound thing, and Theo knew what I was talking about when I went up there. It's just, you know, we are not willing, like I say, we can keep complaining, but until we decide to come together, the Bloods, the Crips, the Muslims, the all these people that have their own little entities that they're in, We got to become one, no matter what.
Right.
That's impossible, Tank.
No,
That's
no,
not
it's not.
impossible.
No, it's not. As long as we keep saying it's impossible, G, it will be impossible for the ones that say it's impossible. It's not impossible.
Tell me one group that's all together as one.
I say they're not. I say, but we can come together.
You got to get it together. Theo, let me ask you one question, Theo. Can you give Tyler Perry a little credit from taking that from Hollywood to doing his own thing, which he's not.
No, he not. No, go ahead. I'm messing with you.
Yeah, he took it from Hollywood, and this is my opinion. It's not the opinion of Vegas Live podcast. When I say Hollywood, we already know what it is. He took it from Hollywood to doing his own thing. Like you just said, Theo. He not doing what they want him to do. He doing his own thing. Can you give him a little piece of credit? That's all I'm asking.
I would, Big Reg. I will to answer you, yes, sir. But there's a comma behind me.
I want to hear that comment
again. Us on this panel with over 20 plus years, man. Promote the black family in your movies. You got every opportunity to. Hollywood already depicted as pimps and gangbangers back in the day. So Tyler, you got your studio. This your chance to promote the black man instead of you sticking your neck on. You study squishing his neck.
Have you ever seen that? Have you ever watched? Theo, have you seen the movie Acrimony?
Yeah.
Have you seen? So that wasn't promoting the black. That wasn't promoting the black man. But
man,
once
look,
again,
the woman put the man out the house. The whole family put the man out the house when he had a vision, a dream.
Theo, I'm gonna put your ass out. You ain't paying no rent. No, hold on, Theo. I'm gonna put your ass out. I'm gonna let you get in the room. You ain't coming up with nothing for 15 years. Oh hell no, you got to go, bro. That's your dream. It ain't my dream. My dream is getting these bills paid. Huh?
What'd she do? She ran in the car. She couldn't have a baby, then she lost it. Man, again, I'm not finna defend. I'm gonna defend him, but I'm not finna defend him because I'm tired of Tim tearing on us, the black man.
And I kind of understand where Theo was coming from because the opportunity is there. If the problem is the destruction of the black family, the man is not in the house. How come we're not showing our young people more of that image, right? They're always talking about, we saw Barack Obama. That's telling the young people that this is what they can do. So how come we're not promoting more of like movies and storylines? And
let me answer that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like me and Shay, we talked about it, I think we said it last week. Drama sales. Y'all see the BET Awards the other day? What Tyler Perry say? He said, hold on, Phil. He said, I made more black millionaires than Hollywood do by what he did. There's nothing always positive. He took some negative and made positive about it. He made more black millionaires than Hollywood did. You got to give him credit for that too. Not showing the black family.
I'm gonna say this to you, Reg. On the T streaming app, you got on your Fire Stick. Go over there and go to Bollywood and look how many black millionaires on that talks about the black family. We look at that, we laugh at those.
Is that Africa?
Bollywood.
I know. Yeah. I never watched it, but that's that. Yeah. Well, I'm looking at the game right now. I'll check it out later on.
Is that what you're doing watching that game?
I'm looking at the score.
I was wondering what you were doing over there. I thought you was doing some research over there. You looking at the goddamn game. Tank, Tank, how long would it take you to get over here, man?
I'm just glancing at it, man. Blame Theo, man. He put it on my phone, man.
Dwayne says we are too jealous of one another to get along as one. Do y'all really believe that? Are we jealous of one another? Is that just one of those? Is that one of just those narratives that we throw out there? And you guys come in. If you're here, then hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. It helps us. We're trying to take this through the roof. Vegas Live Podcast. Explain to me why we are jealous of one another. Because I'm not jealous of you, Red.
I know.
Tank, I'm not jealous of you.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not jealous of Theo.
We can't explain it because we not. But he is right. It's cast jealous of you. Yeah.
It's not all of us, but it's a lot of, and I use myself as a perfect example. And like I said, because we were all employed at Silver State Disposal. When I held certain little positions, you always had somebody else saying some how he get it, what he do, how he get there, how he get to work only 2 days out the week and the other 3 days he get to go to the other yards. Shit, because the man asked me and I said yes, but I was in the mix. So when you're not in the mix, you can't rise to anything. If you just sit back in the cut always complaining and the jealousy always gonna jump off because I'm smarter than that nigga. You may be smarter than me. You may have a college education, but you got to know how to be able to go up and then talk with people just as well. But that's the thing. We gonna stay jealous. Like I say, I hope I'm always having hope that we can change on that. But somebody, like I say, somebody was, and like I said, I heard Martin Luther King. Okay, I'm gonna use Martin Luther King. Somebody was jealous of him. Malcolm X, they was jealous of him. Somebody always, you know, they was always willing to take him out instead of saying, no, I ain't gonna bow down to that. But that's what we have.
So they on that deal in your comments, they said it was like that was his cousin name was Michael, and he took their name.
Let's not drip. No, we're not gonna go there. Let's not.
I want the truth, G.
Let's not go there. I want to stay on this jealousy thing.
Right. Okay. If we can, want to say something. Go ahead. On the jealousy thing. We go back into the Old Testament. If you're familiar with your Bible,
I'm not. I need to read it more, man. We talking about books. I need to read that Bible. But go ahead.
When Rebecca was pregnant, she was pregnant with Esau. When she was pregnant with Isaac and Esau. I mean Esau and Jacob. I'm sorry. Esau and Jacob, 2 nations. They still on this earth battling today, and that's us. So we still battling with each other. This was spoke on. No matter how you feel about the Bible, it's the truth. And I don't want to drift off about, because I know we're gonna chime in later on the LA riots, what they got going on. But see how they come together and stick together.
Let me see Eric Loco comment.
I want to read Donna's. Thank you for joining us, Donna. But Donna says Tyler Perry employs more black people than any other studio. He also pays them more money. And Taraji P did say that. She said when she works with Tyler, she get paid. She get paid.
Got the first million.
So look, we can't have it but going back to the jealousy thing, we act like other races of people ain't jealous of each other. We act like they don't compete in battle with one another. They're human just like we are.
Right.
They don't have any special traits or anything that God put into them that they didn't put into us.
Yeah.
So I hate that we just label us with all these stereotypes and we run with them and act like all these other races are perfect and they're void of any of these things that we talk about.
Like they ain't got crabs in the barrel. They do too.
Right.
But the reason why because we're around more of us. Yeah, like you say, they do go through the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because and like I said, I go back to the union. I can use the union again. Where I've seen guys that was the president and secretary treasurer, and they were like 2 little chihuahuas going at each other. They battle over power too. They could be on the same team, but then everybody want to separate and do their own. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm tired of following Tank. You know what I'm saying? I'm just use me. I ain't gonna use nobody. I'm tired of following Tank. And Theo like, okay, fuck it. I don't want to follow. I'm gonna separate and go and do my own thing.
Try not to cuss Tank.
But everything that he possibly learned from me just saying, he gonna take it and use it against me. You know what I'm saying? You take it and turn it. And that's how it is. I mean, it's like that. Like you said, it's in every race. You know, it's in every culture or whatever, however you want to put it.
Go ahead, Reg. You want to respond to Loco? Thank you for joining us, bro. What's cracking, man? Hope everything is good with you, man. Thank you for commenting. And Reggie wants to I want to speak on your comment.
I agree with everything you just said, Eric Loco. That's true facts right there. But the people that watch everything, that's all they see. So Hollywood is right. They're not promoting that. So if that's all you watching, that's all you're gonna get. But I agree with everything you said.
And you know what? I'm glad. And Eric, I'm glad you put that up there because I was trying to get to that point, but I couldn't think because I thought about this earlier. It's because that's what they promote from us. They don't promote our best, the best of us. You know what I'm saying? They promote the negativity that's not gonna like Ben Carson and them. We call them coons. We down them. And these guys have made it to a certain level. You know what I'm saying? We don't promote the best of us. It's not cool. It's not cool to be considered successful and you may not talk with no street slang or whatnot. That's not what we promote. We promote the killers, the drug dealers, and the people with the big gold, well, not gold chains anymore. But y'all see the point I'm getting.
Yeah. So now. If I got a TV show, G, and I'm promoting the Daddy in the House, I'm gonna give you an example. The Wayans dude, his show just got canceled after 8 episodes. Theo, you know, he's
which one?
Papa's House.
Yeah, 8 episodes, whatever. They ain't renewing. Positivity. They don't want to see that, man.
Donna, you say they promote what sells, but back in the day, Public Enemy was selling. Public Enemy used to sell.
KRS-One was selling.
Poor Rights, KRS-One, Poor Righteous Teachers. They like that stuff.
Potholes in my lawn.
That stuff used to sell.
Yeah,
it just they stopped pushing it.
Yeah, there you go.
Because it was positive.
Yeah, they stopped pushing it.
We went from y'all, not me. Like say them little African chains to the rope dookie ropes.
Yes. we was on one for a second. We just have our little Africa. Yeah, let's go. Black power. Go ahead, Theo.
Tank is the only one, so Tank got to get on the program. But the rest of us who on the T streaming program, if you go into the TV series, I didn't realize how many housewives shows it was. But we say housewives, what's the first thing we all say? Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, Atlanta Housewives.
That's what watching. That's what makes money.
They got the
that's
white.
What makes
they
money.
got the white shows. Yeah, because the white girls and the mob wife, they ain't fighting. They just have a few words, but they ain't throwing no punches, pulling weaves, and nothing.
Yeah, you got, like you said, Atlanta Housewives. You got the Housewives of Potomac. You got quite a few, you know.
Look, I agree with what Toya said, and she basically saying cut the TV off because because it is programming. And once you realize how powerful, I just don't think everybody realizes how powerful programming is. This is just a computer up here, and it can be programmed. They're constantly dropping viruses and programs in this thing up here, and it is over and over and over and over and over. And our kids, like Toya says, our kids are picking up on that. So we have to get rid of the virus and reset.
And so let me say this. So you see what I post every day. So Donna Monroe, she said, "Can I post something about dudes being naked?" But I can't. I did, but it's true story. What I post about the women, the new women, that's what they want. They want to whatever the dude can provide for them, and they want to get after 8 kids, 7 kids, now they ready for a man. But the man been there. Whether he, like we always say, whether he worked at McDonald's or whether he had a good job, he been there. The good dude. But y'all want to kick it, and now the dudes like they just trying to get what they can get because that's what happened. That's the outcome.
Right.
Because like G was just saying, that's what they're downloading. That's what they get from TV. Like I said, the Atlanta Housewives show they'll drop a brother and go get the African that's got plenty of money, but he's scheming and scamming just like everybody else.
Right. Why they trying to get a purse? He's scheming
so,
like you said.
And that's what they stuck on. They stuck on I want this man to be able to provide everything. Like you say, what are you bringing to the table? And the heifer say me, that's nothing. I can get plenty of you. I can get a fat you, a skinny you, or ugly you. She's still gonna provide the same thing. Right. If I want some head, she gonna give me some head. I want some coochie, she gonna give me some coochie. She gonna do the same thing and probably more.
Because you look good, because you got a $500 weave on, $30 lashes, a bag that somebody else bought you in some designer shoes. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, Nisi. Thank you for joining us, Nisi. Appreciate you. Nisi says video games also. Most definitely the video games. Yeah, I mean, most definitely. Go ahead.
I'm not down on you. I'm not down on y'all, Donna. That's just what's out there. That's just real life. You ask any dude between 25 and
go ahead. Stop that. No, I'm telling Donna, stop that.
Right. You go ask any dude that's dating out there in the single world what is he going through? Because I know people I know dudes. They talk to me. That's why I post that. That's what they're going through. Now the one I post tomorrow, it's gonna say the first date, and she asking to pay his bills. That's what's happening. If Detroit was here, he'd tell you the same thing. And he's in the 50s with us. Oh, they need help with their bills, but if we went on this date, what was you gonna do about that bill? So it's real life.
Yeah, it's real life, man. Thank you guys for joining us, man. When you come in, if you haven't hit that like button, please hit that like button. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. We appreciate it. Most definitely. Great conversation, man.
Just FYI, man. I like this panel what we got right here.
No, it's a good conversation. Yeah. No. We really need to do it more often. Like this, it can be an all men's panel on a different day because I think these conversations need to be had. You know what I'm saying? And like say Theo hit on a good point because I think they do. I think our young people do need to see more Black men that are in long relationships, long marriages, not just relationships, long marriages are still, doing it.
Go back to what you said. So you think, like you said, with the Black men with the stereotypes, you think they're using that as a crutch?
Hold on, explain. Say that again.
You say Black women going by the stereotype. Black women going by the stereotypes. I say, do you think they're using that as a crutch?
Well, I'm not gonna say they. I'm not gonna say they're using it as a crutch. I'm not gonna say that. It's just It's just like they've bought into it because it's been repeated so many times.
So they believe in it.
They just believe it. And earlier what I said when I said they say they're the most educated. Where in order to get educated, you have to get student loans to go to get to those colleges, right? To get that education. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said they're most in debt because they have all these student loans. Yeah, because they're going to college. They are going to college, but where are they going to college to get those degrees in? I'm not knocking getting no degree. Get your degree, whatever it is. But are we getting degrees and things that are going to elevate us to a different level? You know what I mean?
You said us meaning the family or the black people?
No. I'm just talking about them individually. Them individually. That's it. So I really want to. You can tell. You can. No, I'm gonna let you go. Like I say, if we rolling, we can jump into these topics, or we can keep on going how we going. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Theo.
I just want to just ride your coattail into that. When you talk about the black woman in college, what they do, they go to college, they get a tail with that, then they join some sorority, and a lot of them sororities, they put the sorority over their family. A lot of them don't promote husbands. A lot of them don't promote families. I just want to chime on your post. So when they come home, now you in your 20s, you looking for your career. And what happens when you get 35 on up? Now you ready to have a child. Well, we all, look, we've been established. We've been on our job for 20 years. And you got all this holding debt. You want me to hold on to you? Yeah. So now you go get you a little boy who dropping you off at work, riding the streets in your car. Can't change your brakes. Scared to call Tank because he ain't got no money.
Dwayne said, "Gee, I need you and Reg to get at me when you clear the podcast." Most definitely, man. I definitely hit you up, bro. Most definitely.
Put up Loco's post. What Loco just put again.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that one. Okay, all right. Much love, brothers. They stopped with the public enemies because they were enlightening and teaching, and we're collectively becoming entrenched in blackness. We had a sense of pride and community. When we are engaging each other positively, it becomes infectious, for the lack of a better term. The powers that be don't want us on that level. I agree. No different than when the Black Panther Party began to galvanize the black community. It had to be halted, and I agree 1,000%.
We used to say brother a lot. And then we went to call each other my nigga.
The N word, yeah.
And speaking like y'all said earlier, Tank, we always talking about the rap top 10 we already know, if you really think about it, Tank, you grew up Theo around KRS-One was goddamn in the top 5, goddamn. For sure. Before the rap went to gangster rap. Definitely, because I done burned tapes going back and forth just bumping him. Listen,
the only time they play KRS-One music is around Black History Month. Like I said, they'll flow it. If you listen to 88, they'll play a lot of it. But then it goes away and you don't hear it no more until the following year. You Poe Righteous teaching all them cats, you know what I'm saying?
They had a message. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And to me, it was all by design. And we fell into it. And we do have some blame in it now.
Definitely.
Our generation has some blame in it.
Definitely.
Yeah, when gangster music came along, when that gangster music came along, and a lot of people, I don't know if y'all seen it, it's some on YouTube, but when they talked about how they had that private meeting, and if you didn't want to be a part of it, they allowed you to leave. And a lot of them guys are the ones that stayed around. Huh?
I spoke on that last week.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, and that's, you just look at it. That was around, like I said, when NWA came real solid.
Engagement. We get engagement, so I really don't want to jump. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah, for sure. I want to answer Toya's question, and if you guys have questions in the chat, please put them out there because I don't, we rolling right now, so I want to answer some of y'all questions. And Toya says, so honestly, I honestly will say I believe in the thought of a black family, but if I'm honest, it is rare that I meet black men who can hold a critical conversation with me. I feel like black women are being told to just accept whatever black men are willing to give us. Why? And I'm gonna answer first. You go, Reg.
I want the first part.
And here's what the first part.
I want that first part.
Toya, here's what I'm gonna say to that. Right? they may not be able to hold a critical conversation because maybe they're not on that level, right? Maybe they have some other good qualities about them. But a lot of women, I believe, I'm not in the dating game, so I don't know, but I believe you guys will shut them down just based off maybe their job, maybe their living situation.
They look.
Or their look. What you shut them down? You won't even give them the chance. One conversation. Oh, he done. I can't deal with him. I believe women. You may be missing out on a good man because you give up too quickly. You may have to get that bucket and work that bucket up. And I know you're like, oh, I don't even feel like, and I understand that you don't want to even I don't want to waste my time with this. But sometimes you may find a diamond in the rough, but you don't even give it a chance. Go ahead, Rich.
No, my thing was like the critical conversation. A man ain't got to go to college to have a critical conversation. He could be like, I never been to college, but I can speak on any level about anything. It might not be to your level, be critical, but I know if it's serious in life situations, I'm able to talk about that. And most men, it might not affect. He might not be critical on that level with you, ready. But in another topic, he can speak more on that, better on that one. That's all I have to say on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tank. Go ahead, Tank.
Like you said, to be critical is see what happened to be willing to date that man. Just like you want that man to date you. You got to be willing to date that man because you may find out other shit about him that you're like, okay, he got a lot of good qualities and other being able to sit there and talk to you about some political shit that he don't even get out with.
Yeah.
Or he ain't that type of guy. He ain't that street dude that he's got to worry about being knowledgeable of this or however you want, whatever conversation you're trying to have. But you got to be willing to sit down with that cat and get to know him. I mean, if you took the time to talk with him and find out that, you should find out a little more. Like the women have this 90-day thing before they decide they gonna get into bed with him. Give them the same 90 days.
Right.
You might realize, hey, okay, this cat here, he ain't what I thought he was, but he can definitely do this. He can maintain everything I need in my house. Hey, that's worth more than money because if I can do your brakes, change your oil, cut your grass, fix your water sprinklers, go up there and change the air filter and the air condition. A lot of those things, some women might have that same air filter in there for a year, and it's full of dirt. So you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that you got to be willing to deal with, and just like he had to deal with you because you so superior, you think, and you're not. You're not that. You're not what you thought you was. Because he might be like, damn, this heifer ain't clean at the house. It can be a lot of little stuff that you can come together with.
Right, most definitely. And Dwayne says women make their decisions off emotions most of the time. I don't know. I don't know about most of the time. It could be true. I don't know, man.
Well, it could be off their friends too. They making decisions off their friend that's at home with her husband.
Let me go get in the car. Y'all gonna get me beat up.
They got to see a picture first. LOL.
I want to say something, G. Man, hey, tonight the audience is on point, man. I appreciate that. A Loco posted something else, but tonight we're getting a lot of participation. I like that.
And look, we appreciate participation. And if you guys have topics, anything you guys want to talk about, man, we got to get it. We said we was gonna get an email. Y'all send that stuff in. But yeah, we definitely love the participation, the questions, and we want to answer y'all questions. We love conversations like this because this is about grown folks, grown conversation. We not gonna all agree.
No,
we gonna bounce different perspectives, different ideas. All that off of each other, and it's not. And please don't take it personal. Go ahead.
Hey, where my boy Kip at, man? He missing out on the good one, man.
Yeah. I don't know. He might be over there.
After you read Loco, I'll say what I have to say. After read Loco, then I say what I have to say.
Okay. I see what she is saying. You can't dumb yourself down to be in a relationship. I agree. Someone may have most of the qualities you want, but if he can't have a conversation, how far can it go? I have friends that I don't deal with like I used to because we aren't elevating each other. Relationships are supposed to be symbiotic, and did I pronounce that right? Supposed to be symbiotic. I think I pronounced that right. I'm not the greatest reader, but go ahead. You want to touch on that, Theo?
I mean, what he's saying is true, but I want to say for Toya. we don't want to build no more. So
No.
we give our use to the streets. Again, with us 4 plus 20, man, that means we started young. So we bumped our heads, all of us made mistakes, but we build with each other. Now you want to come in, she got her house, he got his house, and we don't know how to come together. We don't know how to have that one bedroom with one closet, and we're gonna sacrifice. Now I don't want to move with you, you don't want to move with me. So now we'll just date each other instead of coming together. That's what killed us.
Right, nah, for sure, man. How do we get back to it, man? I like what Eric saying, like what Eric was saying, like he don't hang around like certain individuals, you know, for certain reasons, right? And to me, that's important because like that don't elevate him. Yeah. And I'm big on that, Reg, because Reg, like you were saying, I give you books, I gave y'all books to read. Certain people you hang around ain't gonna do that. And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back or anything like that. But to me, that's important because I need it also. Yeah, I need guidance also. So like I see somebody like Tank, like Theo, I listen to them talk, and that gives me motivation to stay on a straight, narrow path. Yeah. But at the same time, I got friends that are on a whole different mindset, whole different level, and that they still want to do the shit that we was doing 20 years ago. You know, and it's like, I don't want to do that. Yeah, that's not elevating me as an individual, as a person. Yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, it's important, especially like you say, if you married. To me, I think marriage is important. I'm not saying it's necessary, but I think it's important for some men. You know, because some men are just out there lost.
So I'm gonna say this real fast. It's like you just saying about the books. The books is what I'm getting is like we work out, right? Sometimes we don't stay motivated. Sometimes if you post a video, that motivate me. So if I'm telling you, like I told you, I'm reading books right now, that might motivate you, like you said, to get back on the books. It just when you find a good friend, you find something new, you want to help them, you want to put them onto it. You see what I'm saying? So most people, they won't act well. Some people won't. If they get something good, they won't tell you nothing about good. They're gonna keep it to themselves.
Iron sharpens iron, man. That's really how it's supposed to be. I know we was talking about earlier that we don't stick together. We sticking together. Yeah. But that's why I throw that narrative out the window.
But they go back.
We sticking together.
But they go back. Tori last conversation about we're not in the dating pool that they in. So, but we had to build up our relationships that we got to know he's not a BS cat. Tank's not a BS cat. Theo not a bull. So we had to have a relationship knowing you can tell this dude something. He gonna listen to me. You see what I'm saying? He's not gonna just be whatever. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know what type of dude I am. You just can't tell. Go out there and see a dude walking down the street. Hey man, you need to read this book. He can be like, man, you don't get you around. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's part of it too. You got to build up that relationship to talk to somebody about. But you ain't saying what you should do, but man, check this out.
Right. No, I hear you. And Nisi was asking, what about if the religious beliefs are different? I'm not even gonna go into that. That's a whole deeper.
You can't push your religion. You can't put your religion on them. If you know they're going something against it, don't even push that wall. Don't even push it.
Mm. Theo, Tank, y'all want to touch on that question?
Well, religion, like I said, I feel if you can sit down and talk, like I said, because you're gonna agree to disagree. Like I said, you can get deep in that Bible as much as you want to, from the Holy Bible to the Quran or to whatever. You can read them, and like I said, you can see where they different and say little different stuff in them. But you just read them, and I mean, they saying a lot of the same shit. The way I look at it, you know. Because I just religion wise and studying the book, you got to decode it, you got to figure it out. And I mean, if you just reading it by yourself, because it could be saying the same thing in that other Bible, if that's what your religion is, and saying the same thing in this one, just saying it a different way.
But Tank, she said she made pork chops. She said, well, I ain't coming over your house tonight.
Well, like I say, that's gonna be something that have to be discussed, you know, because just talking of the eating pork, you know, because like I said, I had this discussion before with this guy. He said, well, just pray over it. This was him. This was his thing.
He said pray over the pork.
He said pray over the pork, right? But I'm like, but that's why I say if you believe everything that's in that Bible saying whatnot, because there's a whole bunch of shit that we're eating that we shouldn't eat. So
right, definitely.
It all depends on what you choose to roll with. You know what I'm saying? So praying over everything. If you think that's gonna do it for you, that's gonna do it for you. But like I say, swine, says not to eat it. Shrimp, catfish, all the bottom feeders that you can think of. I mean, you can go into more and more about it. But I hear what you're saying on that.
Yeah.
But religion-wise, I mean, I think you can get past it. I think you can get past it.
Mr.
You love.
Mr. Salisbury. Mr. Salisbury steak sliders, what you got to say?
Well, Reg, I'm gonna say this. I want to chime in what Tank say. One thing about it is not for us, but if you in your 40s or 50s and you want to go into a relationship and you serious, sit down and talk to each other and go outside and get a counselor that is not your race, not like you. You understand what I'm saying? Then y'all can sit down and y'all can have that conversation. But we, first off, you don't know how to build, you don't know how to communicate and open the door. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, hey, I don't eat swine. I don't buy it, but I got some slabs for sale if anybody want to buy them.
Hey, I need those slabs, man. I haven't got to that level yet where I'm eating better. I need to get there though, man. Maybe.
But I'm just saying, we got to sit down. We got to go to counsel. We got to have a communication. Back to like Nisi said, let's sit down. Let's talk about it. What the different beliefs come in, because it might be something real simple that you might not understand, nor I might understand. But we got to come together. That's the simple fact is that's not a deal breaker, and that's what we fell at. Go ahead, Rick.
No, on your point, because you're right what you said, because it's conversation and comprehension. I can say everything, but you got to comprehend what I'm saying. I got to comprehend what you're saying, for sure.
And one thing I'm just looking at what Nisi just said. She said, "Bless it and eat it," right? And I'm like, who are you blessing that under? What religion? I'm just saying if it's a religion thing.
Because you blessing it, but it's my blood pressure still going up after I ate that pork chop.
Right. Look, I love the conversation. So the topics that I have planned, I'm just gonna ditch them. To be honest with you. I'm just gonna ditch them unless we sit up here for 2 more hours, which we're not gonna do.
Right now we roll.
You might have something good though.
What'd you say, Theo?
Man, I got some in my other posts. I got some, man, but we ain't got much time. But man, we chilling. We just not gonna get into the news stories because it's gonna throw. I think it's gonna throw the whole vibe off. I really believe. Say that again. Hold on. Say it again. I want to talk about what's going on in LA. You see my post.
Okay. We can definitely jump in that. I just want to ask you this last question, and this is for the chat and everybody. And Reg, I want to start with you first, Reg. What do you think has aged better, you or your perspective on life?
100% my perspective on life.
100% your perspective on life?
100%. You see the change in me about how I used to be, and it's we talked about earlier. It's definitely I ate good. Don't take that, but my perspective on life and how I deal with people and life in general, that changed. It's night and day.
Okay,
for sure.
Theo?
Perspective on life, man. Perspective on life. I ain't got nothing to say but perspective on life, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, me too. I'm there because, like I say, I'm not who I was, not even 5 years ago. So
right.
I think, but I'm sorry, Tank. Go ahead. I didn't let you finish. Go ahead.
I'm good. Go ahead.
Because I think, and Toya says perspective on life. I think we kind of take that for granted, though, right? I think we think everybody like that, like but they not. No, I don't believe.
No,
right?
No. You just go back. You said this cast is doing the same thing they was doing 20 years ago. Their perspectives is the same that it was back then. But they ain't the ones that are doing the same thing. Haven't aged well, and their perspective ain't changed.
How do you change your perspective, right? Like how do you get a different perspective on things, or do you stay cemented in your belief system? Like, oh, this is where I'm at. I have no room to grow this way, no room to grow this way, no room to grow anyway. I'm staying stuck in my belief system right here.
It's something that has to hit you that make you want to grow.
And it's people that you're around too, because if you hang around the same cats that's not willing to change, you ain't gonna grow. Going through that same bullshit. It's okay to go hang out over here sometimes, but I can't do that all the time. You know what I'm saying? You'll be saying, I can't do that I can't do this every weekend, the same bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Bells on. You can't do bells on no more thing.
Oh, I can do bells all the time. That's the mother-in-law house. But
no, he talking about they hang out and drink.
Yeah.
Well, bells on, boy, used to get wild.
You have to be willing to change up, because if not, you're gonna continue rolling down that same hill. You know what I'm saying? And it's not gonna change. It's only gonna get, like I said, it's only gonna snowball and get bigger, and you're gonna be like, shit, you can't get out of it. You know, you gotta let that snowball sit in the sun and let it melt back down to make you realize I got to do something different, because shit, I'm going in the same direction. You know, like I say, that agree to disagree. I can agree with you and be with you, but I disagree being with you all the time, because it's not getting me nowhere. You know.
Tank, Tank, did you have to work on saying no, or were you always good at saying no, or are you good at saying no?
I'm good at saying no when it comes to, and I'll just use the drinking, the smoking, whatever. I'm good at saying no, I ain't gonna do that. I'm pretty good at it, because people right now, I'll just use drinking. I can talk to people, they're like, Tank, do you drink? Yeah, I drink. I just don't drink like you would drink. You know, I'm gonna have me some if I'm out and about. The most drinks I'm gonna have is 3, and it all depends on what time I get there. If I don't get there and I don't have a drink till an hour later, I'm only having 2 drinks.
I need your discipline. I need your discipline.
You know, I'm not having no more, because for one, I know I'm by myself. A lot of times, if I'm driving, I'm by myself. I'm not gonna catch Uber, but when I leave there, I'll be sober. You know, right? That it may smell alcohol in me, but I'll be what I consider sober. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they might be able to do all the other stuff and get, but I'm straight. You ain't gonna see me drive down the street like I'm on my cell phone. You know?
Right. Now I feel you. Great conversation, man. We gonna jump. So what we gonna do, man? We appreciate all the participation, man. We truly appreciate that. But we gonna jump into these LA riots and the whole immigration thing, because I heard. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Stretch. He's on Facebook. He's like an activist here around Vegas.
Yeah, the young brother. Yeah,
the young brother. I think it's Stretch Sanders. I think that's what his name is.
Stretch Sanders.
And I saw him. He had posted something about this whole immigration thing and about what's going on in LA. And he was basically saying something like, how can you be illegal in a free country or something that you don't own or something? I forgot how he put it. He was basically on like, them people out there, they shouldn't be getting deported and all that. Go ahead, Tank. You may be able to explain it better.
Like I say, whether you like Donald Trump or hate Donald Trump, this man said what he was gonna do before he got elected. Now he's acting on it, and people are tripping because these are people they done came in contact with and they love. Now they don't want them gone. We can't go to another country and just sit our asses there. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you, Tank, who before he elected, who he said he was going to deport? Who did he say?
The ones he deported. And now everybody is, that was my maintenance guy, my lawn maintenance guy.
Yeah.
So fucking what?
Yeah.
But wait, let me ask something. First off, this is what I heard. And let's just think about it. Use our common sense. Everybody pointing finger at Trump. How in the hell did he get the address and everything where everybody was at? Let's go back to that other administration that was getting free phones, free checks, and free money, and they had to put an address down to send it to them.
Yeah,
we don't think about that.
Hold on. Back up for me. Like who? Like what do you mean? What ad? What are you taling about?
He talking about Obama phone
that they give away on the corners.
No, he
Obama phone. Listen, Gary, I'm saying the Biden administration was giving away Obama phones, free checks to all the immigrants and everything. You had to have an address to send it to. So when ICE come in, all I do is the paperwork. So we blame him. No, idiot, you put your information down for them to come get you.
All right.
You feel me?
Okay,
so we ain't thinking about look at the chessboard. We just sitting back. The pawns was pushing out the pieces and you accept it. So how many black men locked up in jail for crimes they committed? So now y'all gonna come over here, y'all committed a crime. And like I did on my post, I apologize, brothers, but all of us got sisters. Man, where them dogs and them water hoses at? Let's go back to the 60s to when they was doing.
We can't.
Yeah,
Look,
that's what what's the name said? What's the little brother name?
I saw somebody on TikTok. I saw somebody on TikTok say that.
Charles White. Sick them dogs and them water hoses on them. Yeah.
Come on now. We are not, and I understand.
See how you feel, G? See, we feel sympathy for people when the shit that happened to us, nobody felt that way.
But we were in a
Nobody
different
felt that way when it was us.
I get it. I understand that. But we are in 2025.
Let me, G.
It's like stuff that we.
Go ahead, G.
Let me push pause.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Time out. I'm timing out. Go ahead.
Say 2025. If we go to this raggedy ass public school system, they still talk about the Holocaust. They don't never talk about the transatlantic slave trade. We still talk about we still talk about the Holocaust in 2025, man.
But we're talking about so okay, let me ask you this question. To what they did to our people back in the 60s and the 50s with those water holes in the dogs, was it right? Was it right?
No, but hey.
So what makes it right now? What makes it right now?
Because they did it to us. They did it to us, so give it back to them. But guess what I'm saying is nobody want to talk about the black hurt, what we went through. And guess what? We were just walking. We was going down the street just to go to a damn school with Mr. Charlie, and they water hosed us.
See, we holding on to that pain. We holding on to that trauma that we didn't personally even go through. Why are we holding on to this pain that we didn't go through?
Your parents ain't tell you about it?
I seen it.
Okay, but your parents ain't.
So, no, my parents didn't tell me about it.
I'm not saying we holding on to the pain, brother. Listen to what I'm saying. Just like they dish it out to our grandparents, dish it out to them. I ain't saying we holding on.
We want revenge.
Hold on, Theo. Hold on, G. Let me go. Theo, I agree with you. If you see my post, my post said, "Dang, I've been off the grid and y'all been telling up LA. I hadn't been to watch the TV, so I turned the TV on. I see all that going on in LA. Theo, they messing with the police cars and dropping things. You know, my first thing I said, Theo. Remember doing the West Side stuff, the riots, whatever. I said, I ain't seen the National Guardian. What Trump do 2 days later? I agree with that. Send the National Guardian. That's what they did to us.
They got the Marines in there. Here's
y'all know the truth behind LA right now, y'all. I'm gonna take y'all somewhere different.
It went on that Craigslist. I saw that Craigslist thing. I don't believe that.
He going somewhere else.
Okay, go.
I'm going somewhere.
Take us down this journey. I probably need to. Do I need? Never mind. Go ahead.
Y'all want to know the conspiracy? Y'all want to know the conspiracy theory?
I should invite it out.
Right. All right. Some must be. Go ahead. Some must be going on. I ain't heard from him in a minute. A week. Go ahead.
You got this administration is getting ready to bring in martial law. So they wanted to do it in Minnesota, but they couldn't do it. But right now you're allowing this to happen. So when you bring in martial law and you do a city like Los Angeles, all these other small cities, it'd be very simple. So once you bring in martial law, you take away the cash, you take away the guns, and the government can run how it want to. It's a wicked system, but it's a chess move.
And they put that curfew on them. Seen that today.
And guess what? A lot of them actors, a lot of them out there are paid actors. That's out there.
That's what G was saying about that. That I seen that thing on Facebook, but get you paid. So you gonna get paid to get your head busted? Maybe get shot?
No. Not that, G. I mean, not that, Reg. But you got to look at it. It's called crisis actors. If you go to YouTube and pull it up, all the riots, a lot of them are crisis actors, man. Just want to be a part of Hollywood.
Okay.
So what? You get your money. This is about martial law, and it's a deeper situation in that. But the media,
Tank, what you think? Tank, what you think about it? Do you think the whole immigration issue, deportation? Mm-hmm. Do you think they're going about it the right way? I heard they're going into schools, churches. I don't know if that's true. That's just what they're saying. Do you think they're going about it the right way?
I don't see no other way they could have did it. I'm saying that because if I'm coming to pull you from this country, like they said, they went into that school, and all of the kids was having graduation or whatever. Now the parents had to leave. Now they worry about when they go home, they won't be able to go home to their parents because their parents are being deported. You got to remember, like I say, I'm only going back, and I ain't going deep as Theo, but I'm going back to what this man said he would do. and he's acting on what he said he would do, and he's doing it. Y'all, and they didn't think it was gonna come. So what other way he was gonna be able to do it to get him? They ain't gonna sit still for you to come get him. You know, if you know if the law looking for you, and you don't know you done done some shit, you either gonna say fuck it, come get me and lock me up, or you gonna say fuck it, come get me and kill me because I'm on the run.
So Tank, what you just said on your thoughts, you seen them signs, Latinos for Trump. So what do you say to the Latinos that had them signs? What do you say to them?
Yeah, a lot of them thought they were white because they have allowed on birth certificates.
They bought into it.
White. And on there, you know what I'm saying?
And one more question, Tank. We about almost the same age.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Latinos. Now we cool with anybody that want to be cool with us. But now they want to join. They want us to join forces with them, with they fight. What do you have to say about that?
Want us to come join. Everybody want us to come join. We let's get them to join because we're the only natural citizens here that's on American land that was originally here.
Yeah.
Everybody else has been brung here. They want to keep saying we were brung here. We was here. So that's why
they
keep
prove
that
time.
title on us: black, Negro, color.
He can't prove it. I see you so much stuff, G. He can prove it.
Oh,
you can't prove we was here. You cannot prove we were here already.
Well, we can't prove that Columbus discovered America. When the
the hell yeah. All right, I know that's a lie. I know that's a lie. Come on now, I know that. So, that's obvious.
So what are we gonna believe?
What I believe. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I believe, Tank. I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn, man. I'm here to learn.
You learn something new every day, right?
So,
I'm here to learn.
Hold on one second, Theo. So when somebody hits you with something, you got to say, okay, you either gonna believe it or you're not.
No, I'm gonna question it. No, that's not. Nah, Trink, you gonna question it, then you gonna do your own research.
Okay. Well, that's true too, but you still have a thought in your head at that moment when somebody says still, whether you're gonna believe it or not.
No, and Tank, I've heard
it's 50-50. It's one way or the other.
Right.
And Nisa, you right. That's why my wife can't find a good watermelon because she said nothing's going back in the field to pick no fruit or vegetables. The good workers is gone.
I got two things. I got two racist things I'm gonna say.
Thanks, Corey. That's good.
Go ahead, Theo.
G, you weren't born and raised here, but Reggie and Tank was. 106-89030, 107. When we was kids, everybody had green grass. All the little sixth grade centers had green grass. Correct? Right or wrong?
Correct. Yeah, right.
Till them people came over here, all our grass didn't turn green no more. Facts.
What people?
Facts. The Mexicans, man. I'm being blunt. When they came over here, man, all our grass on the west side wasn't green no more like it used to. We grew up with no seeds.
So what happened?
The Mexicans came over here and messed up everything.
They messed up the grass?
The grass, man, in the neighborhoods, Vegas Heights, the States.
They were the best landscapers. They were the best landscapers out there.
You ain't hear what he said. You ain't hear what he said.
We were the best grass shapers because we had to go out there and cut that grass. Right or wrong, Tank or Red.
And Mama put them seeds down. And them that grass. You right, Theo. You right on.
I know. Then I'm gonna say this secondly, and look this up, Gary. Don't deny me. Look it up before you speak on this. The Mexicans don't accept the Mexicans in Brazil, the black people, the ones in deep Mexico that speak Spanish just like them. They don't accept the dark-skinned Mexicans. Look it up before you speak on it.
I don't even have to look that up. I'm already know in any country, the darker they always get treated less than. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That goes back to what we were talking about. We buy into certain stuff. We buy into these societal beliefs like, okay, this is worse. The lighter you are, the better you are. We've been whitewashed, as they say, right? So yeah, I mean, exactly. I don't even have to look that one up. I see that.
And then secondly, like they out there protesting, they want us blacks to join. They don't ask the Chinese, the Asians, the Germans. They don't ask the French. They don't ask no other people to come out there and get. But we want you, black man, so the police can turn their image on you and not us. Man, I'm speaking facts tonight, man.
Frank, what's cracking? What's cracking, Frank? Thank you for joining us as always. Frank's a loyal supporter. We appreciate you being here, man. Thank you.
Always, Frank.
Most thank you. Yeah, right now we like not all over the place, man. Good topics, good conversation. We're talking about the situation in LA, immigration. Are you for it? Are you against it? Is ICE going about it the right way? Are you with everybody waving these Mexican flags on American soil? What do y'all think about that?
Some people in the comments, they said,
Hell no.
Mexico used to be part of the U.S. They used to be a part of the U.S. So they waved them Confederate flags. And
when do you see them waving Confederate flags at a?
I'm just saying they go down the street on the back of their truck. Go ahead, Theo.
Reg, let me stop you, brother. I hear you 1,000% right. But when they talk about the black Seminoles, the Florida State Seminoles, them was black men, black Indians, all in Mexico. So we don't talk about that. We don't talk about Florida being black Indians. We don't talk about none of that. Was the black Indians down there?
Was what?
All your ass black folks. They don't talk about that. Like a brother talked to me in church, and I told him, man, your ancestors come from the black people. No, we didn't. Okay, because you don't even know your own history. That's another topic.
Yeah,
because they took over, they gave you Catholicism, and then you just accepted it. But you don't know who we are. They don't even know who they are.
Yeah, and like y'all said, I see
the black Indians, that was all through Mexico, but they don't talk about that. They don't even know.
That's what I was going to say, Theo, because I seen them last week sometime this week on social media. They called the black Mexicans. They, like you said, they separated way over here. They my color or darker, but they separated because they darker. Yeah. I seen that.
Yeah.
Guess what?
You got to remember this.
It's pyramids everywhere. They got pyramids over in Mexico. Who built them? One them?
The gods.
That's why the who?
The aliens, I mean, not the gods, the aliens. The aliens built those.
Okay, well, the aliens were the black man. So
I'm not understanding Niecy Dixon.
The aliens built the
I'm not understanding her comment.
Man.
She said Mexicans do stand together when it comes to black people. Because right now in the prisons, the Mexicans are black. And
that's different, Reg. Prison,
school,
politics.
At school, Mexicans blacks. So when do Mexicans stand with the blacks? I'm not understanding her comment. That's what I said. She said,
that the whole black and brown thing is a myth, based what you're saying.
She said Mexicans do stand together when it comes to black people.
I know. I'm saying. So you saying it's a myth? That's not true.
I ain't seen no Mexicans stand with the blacks.
Not like that. It's always been tension.
They've been hanging with the other race,
the white folks.
Yeah,
because they closer to their complexion.
They think it's the white people, them, than us. That's what they think. That's what I think. How do you think?
Okay. Yeah, well, man. Hey.
They're with what I'm looking at. They're with who has the power, and they're gonna be with who has the power. The white man, they looking as the white man has the power, and then like we've been saying the whole time on here, how the blacks won't stay together. So why would I? I'll get some of them to come along, but that's that. And my thing is with the Mexicans. This is my old saying. I don't know if I said it to you guys before, but just like say when Columbus supposedly first came here, right? They conquered in the east first, up in New Hampshire, Delaware area. Then they came down because you had, like he just said, you had all the Seminoles down in Florida. You had all them. So what they start doing, they start conquering small areas. They start conquering anybody that had metal in it. And that's what they done. Just look at the continent of Africa, and they show you the British, the French, all these different countries over there that have pieces of Africa.
Go to her next one.
Where they have colonized it. You know what I'm saying?
One more. Toya, what flag?
Hold on. Let's let Tank finish. My bad, Tank. Finish your point.
Yeah,
man.
But like I say, and then as you see, as they start coming from the east to the west to the south to the north, I look at Mexicans and Eskimos as the same people. Because the Eskimos went north, the Mexicans went south, which when the Spanish conquered Mexico, that's where they got their language from. You know what I'm saying? They didn't speak Spanish.
Look at Tank giving us some history, man. That's what I'm talking about. History lessons.
So you gotta look at all that. You know what I'm saying? And people don't. I mean, because we're easy to forget. Because we're conditioned to believe exactly what's been told to us right now. So that study, when you look at it, like I say, if you're not reading and you're looking at clips or whatever the case may be, you can get that knowledge from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? We just got to be willing to listen, because a lot of people think, that go Tank again. He on one of his little rants about some shit, because I done took the time to listen or read when they just sitting back, not willing to listen to anything, and they thinking it's exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's 3 meals a day. I mean, I can go on and on 3 meals a day when shit, all you need is 1 meal a day. Sometimes shit, if you go every few days, just got to get your body conditioned for it.
Conditioned. And Toya, I agree with you. it really should be like you said. I don't think you can go just fly your flag in other countries like people be flying their flags out here. But that's what America is. They preach freedom.
But read the whole thing, not half. You only read one part of it. So if I don't like America, which I it's some things about America I don't like, where am I supposed to go back to? I was born here, so where am I supposed to go back to?
No, we are Americans. See, I think that's the problem with a lot of black folks. Yeah. We're not claiming America. We just claiming black. We should be claiming, like, look, if we keep on saying we built it, what our ancestors went through, we should be claiming this bitch.
Don't you see other people who come here and get more benefits? Hold on. Don't you see more people come here and get more benefits than we do? And we was born here?
Yeah.
So how can I claim some
benefits? I don't want no benefits.
Opportunities, benefits, whatever you call it.
Opportunity is yours. You got the same 24.
You seen somebody come over here?
You got the same. I haven't seen anything. No, I haven't seen.
Well, I've seen people come over here and get more
Reggie,
opportunities and benefits.
Have you ever watched the Kentucky Derby?
Yeah.
You see them little things the horses be having on the side on their head like that. Blinders. I don't know. I'm straightforward.
You can't have blinders on if you live in America.
Yeah, I got blinders on. I control my own destiny. I control my.
You got to see 360. You can't have blinders.
Go, man.
Gee, I want to add to what you said. I agree with you, but then let me put this comment here. Listen.
Go ahead, man.
First off, when the Social Security was supposed to be 62, then it went up to 65, then it went up to 67. Then it started going up because other people are coming to this country sucking up our money that we work for. That's one fact. They don't look it up. That's one fact. Secondly, you will never see the four of us working in Roberto's, China Go-Go, Greek Town, or anything else. But whenever we got a restaurant, who you see back there cooking?
What? Why is that though? But do we apply? Look, Theo, but do we apply at Roberto's? Do black folks go to Roberto's, Reva's Taco Shop? Do we go to apply for those jobs? Because you don't even see no white folks in those jobs.
Man, but that's what I say about them sticking together. But we open up a restaurant, man. I don't want to put my people out here, but shout out to Best Meat, Quan and Hay. They black. They stay in their kitchen. But man, you go to other black restaurants and you see other people back there cooking.
You know why? And I'm gonna put this on Reg too, because back in the day, when Hispanics was coming out here, we start putting out there that it was true to a point though, that they were working for cheap. They were working. We were able to hire them for cheaper, for cheap labor, right?
Yeah.
So that narrative is still out there. Now that they out here in full force, now they not we charging our full price.
Yeah.
So we put that narrative out there that they're better workers than us. They're harder workers than us.
No.
We put that bullshit out.
No. It wasn't better workers. They was doing it for cheaper. It wasn't better workers.
Well, you gotta remember though, we were the Mexicans before the Mexicans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True that.
We were doing all that work.
Like we got lazy then. We got lazy.
We knew our worth. We figured out worth.
It's that thing that we always do it, and all of us has did it. If we have kids, we want our kids to have better than what we had. So what we do, we all know when we was little. Like I said, I mentioned something about the tracks last week. I believe when we was on here the week before, the tennis shoes, the Kmart shoes that you would go in Zodi's and get them motherfuckers sitting next to the fruit.
Right.
Now, what we do, and I done it myself. I never forget. My wife bought my kids some Velcro shoes. I was like, take them motherfuckers off there. You know what I'm saying? The little Velcro, the Superman, the Batman, the Robin, and all that shit on the side of the shoe. And I was
at what age, Tank? Please don't tell me they was the 5 or 4.
No, they were about 5 or 6.
Really?
Yeah, exactly.
They couldn't have Superman shoes?
They had them, but I was like, I know what I wore. Like I said, I had some of them shoes from Kmart that was black and they ripped down the side, and you still wore them motherfuckers to school. From the front to the heel, damn near.
Tank.
But we want them to have better. So that's the thing. So now we've got it, and we kind of fucked up to make the struggle. Because just imagine somebody with some money. Just imagine some of us with $2-3 million. How our kids will be raised. They would be in a private school. They would have to go to the gutter, to go to the public schools. They wouldn't have to wear that shit that we had to wear when we was little. Now you look at stuff right now, you don't see no really cheap shit. So we wanted it to have better. So now that they got better, and it's bad in a way because now the kids don't want to work for nothing less. You know, just think when you came to the dump. I remember when I came, it was $10 something an hour. Reg was there before me. It was the same thing with him. G, when
Damn, y'all was at 10?
Yeah, 9, 11 when you made regular.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So it come a long way. So now you increasing, you're getting better and better. But now here it is. The kids, when it's time for them to go to work, they don't want to go bust tables. They don't want to work at the pizza joint.
Right.
Man, a bus boy was a great job back in the day.
That's because you lived at home though.
Yeah,
and the cost of shit is what it is now. You know what I'm saying?
It is what it is, man.
Look,
look,
your own apartment for about $250 a month back then.
Hold on, Theo, before you go, and G know if you go to Roberto's, it's a brother back in that grill. He finna go to Subway next door.
Yeah, ain't no brother gonna be on the grill at Roberto's. All them family members.
Yeah,
man. Look, hey, look, it's a great conversation tonight. What we gonna do? We appreciate everybody in the chat that's been participating. Toya, you're a day one.
Good conversation.
Frank,
Toya.
Day one. We appreciate you guys joining us every week for these conversations, and we try to come up with topics that are engaging. You know, I love to hear different perspectives. Tank, I appreciate you. Theo, I appreciate you as all. But I got one more. I'm looking in my list. I'm looking through my list. I want to leave off with one more question. This is for the chat for everybody. I'm looking for one that's gonna be not too long, but that's engaging. Something that's man, Reg, hold on. You got anything leaving with Reg?
I just want to say my rant.
Oh, that's right. Hold on. Before I get to that, we got Reggie's rant. I forgot. Reg, you gotta remind me.
Oh, no.
This is Reg, and I know we were supposed to get to the strip shoot.
Yeah,
Andrews, but we didn't get to. We was flowing. We had a good conversation going, so I didn't want to really break it. So Reggie's rant, what you got, bro?
My rant is on sort of that topic, but it applies to your life, people that's listening. We all on social media. Dude, my rant is I hate when people get into a pissing contest with somebody on social media that you don't even know. Cut it out, because you ain't gonna see that person unless it happened like that on the strip and they know where you at. So don't even get into that. It makes no sense. You can't change their opinion. You have an opinion, they have one. You got to respect everybody else's opinion and just roll with it. So how about when we give pushback? What are you supposed to do when they say, Reggie, you full of shit and did that bullshit comment you put? Yada. What are you supposed to do? No, I'm just saying. How do you handle that? I'm just saying that's my opinion. You got the right to have yours. But do you respond? I'm responding with that. It's just your opinion. You have the right to disagree. And if you can't de-escalation, de-escalate. If you can't respond in a professional manner, I ain't talking to you no more. You're done. Yeah, you're gonna leave it on. You're not gonna let it escalate. So what if you say? Use some vulgar words towards you. It's blocked. He blocked. You can't. You're not gonna respond. No. He blocked. I can't even. I can't pull up to his house or see him at the store beat his ass. So ain't no sense in getting my blood pressure up for nothing. What do y'all think about that, Tank? What do y'all think about that? As far as the social media beef and all that, we saw what happened on the strip. It all stemmed from back and forth on social media. How do y'all deal with conflict when it comes to not only in your personal, face-to-face life, but if you've had it on social media? How do we deal with conflict? How do we disengage? What is your strategy when conflict comes your way?
Take on
Phil, that mother say, man, you missed my thing, you mother. Bring your back here and pick my up. How you deal with that, Phil?
That's a job. What your mindset is at that moment. But that deal part of it.
No, I'm talking about.
Oh, you think personally?
I'm talking about personal. Oh, not no job. Yeah, okay. Job, you gonna have to. I don't want to lose my job.
Right.
You know, if you thinking, if you got a block and you ain't thinking, you might just go off. Because I like I said, that's why I say I use myself all the time. I had a guy at the in the break room. Luckily, rest his soul, Big Jed. But Jed was standing there. The guy called me a bitch. Before I knew it, my hands was around his neck. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends on how you go about it. See, because he wasn't expecting that because we were at work. Yeah. But like I said, it all depends on what your mindset, because if you're having a conversation and it was already deep and then to go there, you don't know how you're going to react. You know what I'm saying? Just like them cats there. I don't think they really one guy probably had his mindset and had his shit on it, and the other guy was just talking shit through the through social media. And then when it came face to face, he dealt with reality. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends on what your mind.
So Tank, let me so Tank, how would you deal with that same situation that you had in the break room? How would you deal with it today?
Today, probably the same way.
You gonna choke a man?
It all depends. Like I said, where my mindset is at now.
Tank,
mindset right now,
really?
I might
Tank.
think a little harder, but
Tank, let me give you an example. Tank, you did the man breaks. Tank, in his mind, you messed him up. Tank, you messed him up. He all in your face. You gonna deal with the same way?
No, because I'm gonna tell him, okay, hey, especially if I know it's something that I might have fucked up on, because I have done some I got breaks, and I didn't know with the electronic brakes at the time. I hit the motherfucking switch when I had the brakes loose, and shit, it screwed the whole damn thing out. And I was like, what the hell? So I just told, hey man, hey, take the shot, man.
You got to own up to it, man.
And I ate it. And I ate it.
Tank,
you know what I'm saying? But he still deal with me to this day. You know
what my point to ask you that, Tank, is like you have to have the same thought when you're dealing with this. You saying it because you did some work for him. But when this dude just tripping over here without doing some work for him, you gotta have the same thought. Man, Tank, because you a laid back dude. 9 times out of 10, this dude ain't no threat to you. So ain't no sense of hyping him up to come back and do something to you. Just you gotta leave that alone.
Yeah, true. But I mean, we was talking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, and I remember this shit like yesterday. We sitting there having a conversation, boom, 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 boom. And I guess he didn't like what I was saying because I was giving him the truth.
Yeah.
I didn't lie to him. So since I didn't lie to him, you know how that shit is. Motherfuckers don't want the truth. They want you to lie for them, and then they come back and have some on you. I gave him the truth, and he couldn't take it, and he just kept going. And like I say, pushed my button when he called me a bitch.
Tank, I'm a firm believer, Tank. You always give somebody one warning. Hey man, you better leave me alone. Go on with that.
Growth. Reggie has got Reggie has got better.
Hey,
Reggie.
Well, that's why I'm here talking with you right now.
because Reggie was a person that with this. I'm like, bro, like chill with this bullshit. Like, why are you tripping off of this? Every little thing used to bother him. Like, nah, he had to stand on his square no matter what. It's like I'm standing on this and I'm being this. And I'm like, bro. I always try to give Red this different perspective. I look at it, try to put yourself in this perspective. It ain't you not being a bitch just because you choose to walk away or you choose to have a different perspective. Like, nah, I'm good on that. Right, because I know as men, sometimes we think if we walk away from a situation that they look at us a certain way. And to me, I understand that because some people will keep on trying to try you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you do have to say, all right, nah. You got the wrong one. But
it go back to we always say. So my mama used to always say, you can't fight every battle. I hear her. When that come from you, a different, like you just said, you ain't got you can walk away, you ain't no punk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So sometimes hearing it from a different perspective, you get it. Then
because like this is what Theo, I'm gonna let you go and then we gonna get out of here. Like I used to always tell Vontae, right? Because Vontae, he got a short goddamn fuse.
Yeah, he got a fuse.
And I'm like, bro, I like tell Vontae, man, don't do that. Don't like calm down. But he different from me. But I used to always, try to, tell him that. I'm not sure. I still don't think he there yet. I really don't think Vontae there yet. I ain't gonna lie. I think but anyway, Theo, go ahead, man. But I'm not trying to knock him, but that's just who he is. That's just who he is. He ain't gonna put up shit that I put up with. He ain't gonna put up with. Just like you was, Reg. He ain't gonna put up with certain shit.
It was just I put up with. Just protecting myself. That's what I just had in my mind. I got to defend myself. That was just my thinking.
Right.
But go ahead, Theo.
What I want to say, I ain't talking about modern times. I'm talking about what happened on the situation on the strip. Man, they doing that for likes, man. So 2 families harmed behind likes. We grown man. We finna get off the air, go catch the 4th quarter of this game, get ready for our day tomorrow, and that's it. One man killed another man because he lost viewers. Man, get the hell out of here and grow the hell up.
And his wife.
Grow the hell up. Theo. Me and G had to stop. Not going too deep into it. Your point is right. With them likes cost him, maybe he can't pay his car note, Theo. You see what I'm saying? You never know what. Go ahead.
Like I tell the game bangers, like I tell the pimps and hoes, I'd say this on the fact. You ain't getting no damn pension. You ain't got no damn retirement plan. Once you get over so many likes on YouTube, you get 10 cents per like. Man, shut the hell up and grow up and get a job.
Well, maybe he's putting some of that. I agree. Maybe he's putting some of that money into his pension. But you're right what you're saying, Theo. I agree. Hey, yeah. Get a job.
That's all I'm saying. Now we're at a stage in life. All of us are over that certain category. Man, me myself, unless you're not physically, like Tank say, in my face, or you're not doing no harm, I'm gonna walk away. Because I can't give you 1 day, 1 year, 5 years. I can't do none of that. I'm looking at the finish line to enjoy life. And that's these kids out here. Yeah, that's these kids out here that's 12, 13 carrying switches, not knowing that they finna get their life away.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people, you don't. Go ahead, Ray. Go ahead, G. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Now, last question. We're gonna get out of here. And this is a one-word question. We ain't gotta dive into it. If you can give your newlywed self one brutally honest piece of advice, what would it be? I'm gonna say it again. If you could give your newlywed self one brutally honest piece of advice, what would it be? Y'all can jump in as you please. Go.
Man, stay the hell out them casinos.
All right.
Buy land.
Buy land? That's your newlywed self? Buy land? Okay. Tank?
Stay out the club.
And mine is bring your ass home.
Yeah.
So me and Tanks was kind of the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because yours too, Theo, you get out that goddamn club. I mean, the casinos, like, yeah.
Shit, Theo, I can't say that. I was in the casino this morning.
Look, we all did a little bit of all that, though. I think.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'd rather go to the club than the casino, y'all.
Yeah. Cause you're right.
Oh no, man.
The club may cost you as much as the casino.
No, that club can cost you some shit. That club can cost you child support. Look, that club can cost you child support to get your outside baby.
That's after the
that money you can get back.
That's after the club. You talking after the club?
Hey, that's after the club.
Yeah, that's after the club.
Hey, but wait a minute. You went to the club on the weekends. That casino was Monday through Sunday.
Niecy said, "Don't let the sun catch you."
Don't let the sun get us. Nah, I ain't getting into that. I ain't getting into that. I'm about to go. Look, I want to thank all y'all for joining us. Go ahead. Tell you gonna say something.
No, I just want to say, G, with this one here, you know, this could go much further. It's a whole nother conversation.
Nah, it is, and I really look. It really, because like I say, I didn't know how this show was gonna go today. I ain't gonna lie. I told Rez it's gonna be me and you. I said we just gonna roll. We just gonna do it. Have some topics, but I kind of like this man conversation. I do. I really enjoyed it because I think we have a perspective that people can learn from. You know, they can hear our life experiences and maybe grab something from it. You know what I'm saying? It's not the live viewers. We appreciate y'all, but a lot of people may. What is that?
I'm gonna put it on Front Street. Keep going.
Okay, a lot of people may come across and watch this later on. Younger people, they see us men up here having a conversation, talking about our life stories. 50-plus-year-old man going with what we've been through, because they going through the same stuff. The 29-year-old, 30-year-old, they going through the same stuff that we went through. They got gambling issues. They staying out too late.
Yep.
And they got relationship issues and all that.
And not doing the right thing with their money.
Exactly. So,
what I was saying, this one right here is going to text us instead of watching the podcast.
What was that?
This one right here.
I can't see. Oh,
yeah, Texas instead of
what she say?
She's talking about Nanda Lewis from MTV passed back in the day when them.
Really? Yeah. Oh, okay. It is what it is.
Oh, okay, she watching.
She watching.
Yeah.
She just ain't comment.
Yeah. Well, thank y'all for watching. Niecy, Frank, Toya, Corey. Everybody that engaged with us tonight, we appreciate y'all. Next week, it's gonna be 6 o'clock. We gonna probably start another podcast on a different day. Maybe if Reggie's down with it. Oh yeah, I ain't gonna be here next week. That's right. Yeah, we'll no. I'm gonna be here. I'll be here.
Okay.
Yeah, we gonna do it. We gonna be here next week.
Okay.
We gonna be here next week. But we gonna probably try to start another day with this men meet up or something. We gonna call it. We gonna do something, sure. Man. Tank, I appreciate you. You know, this conversation. Love y'all in the chat. But we gonna get out of here, man. Vegas Live Podcast. Y'all want to leave with something with Tank? You got anything you want to plug? Tank, got anything you want to plug? Any of your football stuff that you're doing? You back coaching?
Yeah, I'm back coaching. I got a 9U football team. If you have any kids that want to come out this Saturday at Legacy High School at 10 o'clock, and if they want to see if they want to try it out, they can come out. Ages I think 6 through 14. Come on out. We're gonna have hamburgers, hot dogs. So come on out.
What time, Tank? Did you say what time?
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Okay.
PM. It'll be 2 hours at Legacy High School. It's gonna be a live DJ out there. We're gonna have, it's gonna be a lot going on for the kids.
Okay.
Excited for this upcoming football year.
You back coaching on Tank?
Yeah, I never stopped. I coached last year. Just
You love it. Why stop when you like doing it? Like, what's the purpose?
I like doing it, man. I like I said, I got kids right now that I coach that, like I said, my godson right now as a kid I coached when he was 8. He's 36 right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I still see a lot of the kids, and hey, they love me. I love them.
Good shit, Tank. Keep doing it, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, you got anything you want to plug? Streaming anything?
No, what I want to say for Tank, post it on Facebook or send me something so I can repost it for you, brother, please.
Oh, it's on there. I'll post it again, but it's on there. I'll post it again.
And what we gonna do? Okay. And what we gonna do next week? Because we haven't had any giveaways in a while. We gonna get back to that next week. Next week we're gonna give out $100 to somebody in the chat. We're gonna give away $100 to somebody in the chat. You got somebody that's participating. It might be a trivia question. It might be something random. Who knows? We gonna start doing our giveaways again. We got to get back to that. Reg, you want to give them something to leave something with? Anything?
Yeah, I'm promoting my business. I'll be at Tropic Valley View about 9 o'clock tonight. Come through. I got some product.
Tropic Valley View.
Yeah, Tropic Valley View. Meet me at the Burger King.
Okay. Reg, they don't took one of them corners down, man.
Oh, they did. Huh?
Yeah, they don't put one of them corners down right there.
Meet me at the Burger King. I'll be at the Burger King.
Okay.
Tropic Valley View, ain't that what all little? That's the stroll, ain't it? That's the stroll, man.
Got a little product, man.
Right, Vegas Live Podcast, man. We'll see y'all next week, man. Love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for joining us. We appreciate it, man. Holla at y'all, man. Stay connected, man. Holla.
All right.